Oh yeah! I could fuck a tornado! I could hump a seal! Oh, sorry, I was just singing Matt Hardy's entrance theme from 2004.
Man, I didn't know Orcas were that horny.
But, yeah, so we're back with Bleach, Part 2. The entry arc, or the first part of the Soul Society arc, I guess. And that's what everyone wants to be here for, right? Right,
no, they want to know your story about the seal.
But hey, few things real quick. I found out who voices Ichigo's other friend. You know, the one that's there with the earring on, though. Or Mizoito. He's voiced by Jamie Simone. Someone who's known for Akamaru and Naruto. And Akamaru and Naruto Shippuden. And additional voices in other works. That's literally it. It even says on his IMDb page, known for voicing Akamaru and Naruto, and that's it.
I am sure that he just made all of his fanboys happy. Whoever that is.
Yay! And also, yes, I know it's pronounced. I know Urahara's friend. Is named Tessai. Called him Tessai last time to be a dick. Come on, guys.
Wait, someone actually complained about that?
Someone did bring that up. Like, actually, it's pronounced Tessai. Come on, I don't have the memory of a goldfish. Got the memory of a dolphin. Okay, so yes, when we last left off, Ichigo, Chad, Uryu, Orihime, and the cat mascot Yoruichi are all going to Soul Society to save Rukia. And when they arrive, well, you remember, they go to the Seirete Gate, or the place where the Soul Reapers live.
Yeah.
And there, they meet a giant. Or a titan named Jidambo.
Okay, and keep in mind how stupid this looks, thinking about later arcs. You see, there are no walls around it until they approach. Then they fall down.
Yes. So, Jidambo is basically a giant titan man who uses axes. Doesn't he use 2 axes? That his whole thing? Well, anyway, he's voiced by Peter Lorre, or Jaga from the old Fist of the North Star dub, or he's the Juggernaut bitch in the Black Panther cartoon series. That better?
Which?
It just says Black Panther TV series. I'll fucking know.
There was a Black Panther TV series?
Yes, it says he's the Juggernaut bitch. It legit says that on the cast list. He's the Juggernaut bitch. I didn't make any of that up.
No, you'll just probably irritate any people who don't want to be reminded of that movie.
Fine. Apparently he's also a sports anchor who calls horse racing or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, for now, he's Jidambo, the giant that's mainly used as a narrative device to show how powerful Ichigo became after the training. Because they're like, no one's broken through this gate in over 300 years. He's the guardian of it, Jidambo. He won't let anyone in.
Although, as we will establish later, that statement is full of shit. I mean, it's retconned.
Well, yeah, so Jidambo Jabos to Ichigo.
Yeah.
But you find out he's a nice giant. Ichigo broke his axes. He starts crying because he's a big baby or something. Ichigo becomes his friend.
He says, my horse is getting tired. It's a big thing.
So, because him and Ichigo became friends, because Ichigo's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break your axes, man. He decides to open the gate for them. And it's here that we meet sexy Gin Ichimaru. Or, as we established last time, Doug Airholes. What, Hazuma for BlazBlue or Polnareff from JoJo?
I mean, what's the difference between him and Hazuma?
I mean, you get Ichigo calling him an ass clown here. Channeling his inner Y2J, I guess.
Yeah.
Someone who was working on the script at this point had to think, yes, I got my Chris Jericho reference in. There's no way him calling Ichimaru an ass clown had to have been a coincidence.
Winnipeg, you idiot.
So yeah, Ichimaru, the captain of Squad 3, he releases his Zanpakuto, which is it just a dagger that extends?
Yeah,
at this
like
point
building more muscles.
Yeah, extend TV, Zenki Zero bullshit. And the giant gets murked because of it. He goes down, he's fucked. I think he's just KO'd though.
No, it's just he just gets scratched on the arm.
But he was knocked the fuck out!
Well, it pushed him back. He knocked him back a good, however.
Yeah, and then Ichimaru's like, bye-bye now, bitch, and then closes the gate on them, so they have to find another way in. Now, if you're wondering why he attacked the giant, it's pretty obvious. He was like, you're not supposed to open the gate, dumbass giant. You're supposed to die if you lose.
Oh, that's so sad.
And
He was so more competent guarding the gate, but it's Soul Society, and it's well established throughout this thing. It's Soul Society. They're not known for competence.
But it's here we meet the locals of Soul Society, or the Rukon District, where all the normal souls live.
Oh god, we have to deal with normies.
And let's see, we got Yuichi, or the Cockatiel, as a normal human now. Because, you know, continuity is here, and him and Chad reminisce.
Yeah, remember when I used to be a bird? Good times.
And I gotta be honest, we already mentioned before, it's Colleen O'Shaughnessy who voiced the bird. I don't think her voice fits as a Shota here, which is weird because I think she does a good job as Tails in Sonic. I don't know. It might just be me.
Probably just you. You are an asshole.
I know.
I mean, you just talked about dry humping seals earlier.
That's Matt Hardy's entrance theme. That's the thing, man. It's canon. So, yeah. Chad and Yuichi reminisce. While Ichigo, Uryu, and Orihime and Yoruichi are talking to the elder of this area, I guess, trying to find a map to someone named Kukaku Shiba. And I'm sorry, Dai, we're about to meet your hero.
Wait.
Yes, the boar rider himself shows up, Ganju.
Oh no.
Or Kyle Aber. Kyle Aber is kind of in everything, I guess. Adult Gohan, for anyone who doesn't know, or Fat Gum in My Hero Academia. Well, we've talked about him a lot before, haven't we?
And he's specifically ignoring Naruto on purpose just to irritate any of you who might care.
Fuck Kiba and Naruto. Kiba's an asshole. What? I can't be the only one who thinks that, can I?
I mean, he's also kind of useless.
That's neither here nor there. So Ganju shows up. He's him and Ichigo get into a fight because dick measuring, I guess. Ichigo calls a pig rider, which I guess you could take to say is dirty. Pretty sure he calls him that. It's something like that. So anyway, Ganju and Ichigo, after their fight, he runs off. The village elder gives Yoruichi a map to find Kukaku Shiba, the person they need to get into Soul Society. Chad and Yuichi, or the former bird, agree to keep moving forward in their goals of what they want to do. Yuichi continues searching for his mother, who is on this side, and Chad to have Ichigo's back. Chad's got good things coming, right, Dai? He's not going to get shafted, right?
Hold on, let me consult Magic 8-Ball. Outlook slim. That doesn't bode well. Anyways, moving on.
Alright, so they go to Kukaku's house. And Yeah, Kukaku is there, and she's voiced by Cindy Robinson again. Oh, I'm sorry,
really
Gene Toad.
It's down around this time. Not like Naruto is any better.
Hey, at least she's doing a different voice, though. She's doing a really deep voice.
A lot deeper than I would have thought.
Also, should mention, Kukaku has a prosthetic arm here, but in the manga, she doesn't have one at all. It's kind of a weird anime change.
Only an arm?
And only an arm. No, she doesn't have any prosthetic at all. There's just no arm there at all. Anyways.
Nothing at all.
Like, nothing at all. Oh, you find out Kukaku Shiba's younger brother is Ganju, the annoying comedic relief asshole from earlier who likes fucking a pig or something, I don't know. And he's gonna be joining them in Soul Society. And
it's not gonna be stupid at all.
Ichigo
We're not
and
gonna
him...
get obvious amounts of double casting coming up.
Well, hey, him and Ichigo have a heart-to-heart when they're about to get ready to leave. When Ichigo tells him, oh, I'm not saving Rukia because I love her. It's because she saved my life and I want to pay her back, yo. So Ganju appreciates that. You find out Ganju's brother was killed by a Soul Reaper, so he's a bit hesitant to work with Ichigo. And he thinks Soul Reapers are dicks.
And he's not wrong.
They're kind of pricks. Yeah. But then all of them are launched off the Kukaku cannon into the air, into Soul Society or the Seirete. And this where fun begins,
some training montages or something, but that's not relevant.
That's why I glossed over it. Oh, now we're in the Seirete, where the fun begins, and everyone got separated when the cannonball exploded over the Seirete. Because of course...
Of course everyone got separated.
Orihime and Uryu ended up together, Yoruichi's on their own, Chad's on his own, and Ichigo and Ganju are together.
Because you can't get rid of him.
Then it's here, we start having our first fights. But before that, Soul Society stuff with Soul Reapers! The captains have a meeting. It's time to get mad at Gin Ichimaru for letting the intruders live. And here we can actually go over some of the captains, I guess.
Yeah.
But first, we've got the captain of Squad 5, Aizen, voiced by Kyle Hebert. You thought we were joking.
It's not like it's gonna segue back to the other one in multiple scenes. What are you talking about?
And we have Soyphone, the captain of Squad 2, or the Stealth Squad, voiced by Karen Strassman. Oh, hey, you're back too, I guess. Or old Katana, I guess. She doesn't really do much in this part, so not really much to go on about her performance here. She just has, I think, 2 or 3 lines or something.
If that... Maybe more like 2 or 3 words.
They're so mean. We already went over David Lodge as Kenpachi. And isn't that awesome?
Yeah, he is a fight sexual.
Yeah, and you can tell he loves this role. He gives a really good performance as him, which we'll get to later with that.
Yeah, he is an eagle.
And then we have Head Captain Yamamoto, the old asshole. He's the only other one that really has speaking lines here. Voiced by Neil, please rub your balls on the back of my neck, Kaplan. That's his given name from now on. Or Madara from Naruto? I think we talked about him before, but yeah, he's Malcolm and Levius. Yeah, we talked about him before. He's also in Saint Seiya Lost Canvas. Anyway, I don't think I've ever heard him do an old man voice before, so that's something.
Everybody gets one.
He does a good job, is it? Apart from when he calls Ichimaru Ichimaru. I remember both of us laughing at that, because it's like, what? Everyone else is calling him Maru, you just go, Ichimaru. This came across as silly. Oh yeah, Ichimuro's like, oh, I fucked up. You know, I thought they were dead, but they're totally not dead because I screwed up. Yes, it was an accident. Yep.
Accidentally on purpose.
Nothing shady here, guys. I messed up. I thought they were dead, yo.
That's why I only poked them with my sword once.
He didn't even make sure the giant was dead before Orihime healed him.
I mean, he only got a cut across the arm.
What a pussy of a giant! I'm sorry, an arm cut. And he's like, oh, I'm down. I'm dead. I can barely move.
I mean, they did go flying back like fucking 30 feet or something.
No, that giant's a bitch. So yeah, and you get Aizen going on about how, are you sure, Ichimaru? How do we know you're not planning something behind the scenes? You're scheming. And Kai Weber is doing a good job of at least doing a different voice for him, so I guess you get that. But now back to our heroes, and it's time. We're back with Ichigo and Ganju. And it's time to meet the two main members of Squad 11. Or two of the main members.
Oh no, not the fight sexuals.
Squad 11 are the combat team or whatever. First we have Yumichika, voiced by Brian B. Cock. I had to, you know me. Fine, Monokuma from Danganronpa.
That's better.
Or the games, the cool Monokuma.
Not the miscast Monokuma.
Not the miscast Monokuma. Hey, he's Octogawa and Bungo Stray Doggies.
But how does your Shomon work?
He's Shunin Blue Exorcist? Wait, is that a character's name? I think that's his name. Is that in God Eater?
It could be both. I know it's a God Eater.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty stupid, but it would
that'd be amazing too. But yes, he's playing the pretty boy that goes on about beauty.
Yeah.
So, him and Ganju get into a fight, while Ichigo fights the sexy bald man himself, Ikaku. Voiced by Vic Mignogna, yes, we're here. We got the other Igor.
The one who voiced him for like 2 lines in a fighting game.
We got Edward Elric from FMA, I guess. And it's at this moment you realize Ichigo and Ikaku, you think they might be fighting for their lives, or one for Soul Society and the other to save Rukia for the human world, but no. They're fighting over to see who's going to voice Broly in the future. Just so happens Ikaku lost. And that's what happened. That's the real canon.
They're just fighting because Ikaku's fight sexual.
That too.
But it was never going to end another way.
So, yeah, now we can talk about some more Zanpakutos and what they do. Ikaku's Zanpakuto, the Hozukimaru, isn't it just a staff with a spear at the end?
Section staff with a blade on the end of it, and that it can change where it's sectioned off at will, so it could be whipped around and shit.
That's awesome.
Or, in other words, yes, they can do literally whatever the author feels like making this particular character's thing do this week. Or I guess matching the person's personality more like it. I mean, what?
Yeah, but hey, at least you got Ikaku doing a lucky dance.
Is he lucky, though?
Yes!
Is he?
Come on, that was amazing! That scene was perfectly voice acted and everything.
Although some of his first lines he did slip into his deep Broly voice.
He did. But hey, you get Ikaku doing the lucky dance, and I know who doesn't want Vic to do the lucky dance in person. I can't be the only one who'd want to ask him to do that, am I? What?
No, you're a weirdo.
So mean.
You're the only person around that's not much of a mark for Bleach.
Well, the Ichigo and Ikaku fight, yes. And Ichigo ends up barely winning in the end. Him and Ikaku become besties. Ikaku is injured, but tells Ichigo where Rukia is being held, because she was transferred from a normal jail cell to the Repentance cell, which is high security tower or some BS. I don't know.
Unless you look at the place where you're going to be executed.
So you can repent.
Or Soul Society is something.
Then we have Ganju's fight with Yumichika. And what the hell does Yumichika's Zanpakuto even do? Or the Fuji Kujaku? Does it just shoot, like, flower blades around? Like, at this point?
No, it just spreads into like 4 blades on the end of it, more or less.
Yeah, just alright. Well, Ganju's able to kick his ass with fireworks. Yeah, I guess we should have mentioned the Shiba family. Him and Kukaku are experts at fireworks and explosives.
Yeah, dirty fireworks.
I mean, I gotta be honest, one of the funny lines was when Ganju said, "You can kiss my ass," and Yumichika just says, "That is an ugly thought. Truly ugly."
Yeah, I mean, their fight just shows how inept Soul Society is.
He's the 5th seat of Squad 11, too. He's the 5th one down. And Ganju just... yeah. Actually, Ikaku's being the 3rd...
These are the hollow dumping grounds where we made people battle to the death with hollows.
Oh, yeah, he does mention that. Like, we dump hollows in there and have our prisoners fight for sport. And even Ganju's like, that's really fucked up. He's like, oh, please, we don't do it anymore. Yeah, but you did. Like, that doesn't change the fact you guys are dicks.
Yeah, that one... and that one is too... Oh, wait, no, it's just for trash. Who designed this city?
I don't know. I mean, you get Ichigo complaining all these hallways or corridors look the exact same.
A valid complaint. He should take it up with the architect.
Yeah. So Yumichika's face gets fireworked. Actually, we never meet the 4th seed of Squad 11. It's the 3rd and 5th.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. So Ichigo and Ganju, they meet up, but they're being chased by a bunch of generic guard Soul Reapers with lots of double casting, because some of them are Kyle Abear, some are Vic, some are Patrick Seitz. The whole thing.
Yep. I'd voice this in LA, lol.
But this is when we meet our next main character that helps them out. The Squad 4 member Hinataro. Squad 4, the white mages.
Yes,
or the ones treated like shit, I guess.
The white mages, the janitors, the all the shitty tasks no one else wants to do.
Yep. So, yeah.
You're the only people that could possibly heal you like a garbage. Soul Society is...
Yeah, Squad 4 is for those that they don't have enough spiritual pressure to, I guess, connect with a Zanpakuto or even any...
Unless you're the captain or lieutenant.
Yeah. So, Hinataro, voiced by Spike Spencer. Hey, someone who got cucked out of Avon Jellyfish last year.
Yeah.
We talked about him before. It's the original Shinji and Eva. The only Shinji and Eva. I'm never gonna stop being bitter about that. Or Sakaki and God Eater, I guess. And, yeah, he gets done dirty really hard by these fucking Soul Reapers.
What, are you gonna bring up the drugs?
In a bit, but I'm talking about where, you know, when he first gets thrown out by the Squad 11's generic guards, and Ichigo and Ganju like, hey, we could use him as a hostage. Yeah, let's do it. And they try doing that, the Squad 11 guys are just like, he's from Squad 4, we don't give a shit about those losers, yeah, kill him!
I mean, it is Squad 11, but I believe it could be any squad.
It's like, you guys are pricks!
Yeah. And yet there is one member of Squad 4 we've seen so far that is actually treated seriously.
I guess we'll bring him up now, since I don't know if we'll really get much chance to later. He's voiced by Cam Clark.
Yeah.
Leonardo from the 87 Turtles, or Liquid Snake from Metal Gear.
If you have to explain who Cam Clark is to someone, then they don't even belong anywhere at this point.
But his name is Yasuchika. That's the character's name. I didn't even know his name, honestly, before looking it up for this thing.
He's just a fucking messenger. What was it? The one time we were introduced to him was
I think it's like the third C2 of Squad 4 or something.
Yeah. Because he was like giving some report to the lieutenants and their meeting.
Yeah, about, we'll get to that in a bit. You'll see. So, yeah, Ichigo and Ganju manage to escape with Hinataro, who agrees to help them out because he befriended Rukia before she was transferred.
Because Rukia didn't treat him like he was a member of Squad 4. I mean, like everyone else.
Yep. So Hinataro takes them through the sewer system, and he explains, no one would think to look down here because it's a shithole and only Squad 4 ever comes down here.
That about sums up how inept Soul Society is.
I love how Ganji tries going, oh, this makes sense. These tunnels are so you can get around faster to deliver goods to the other squads. And Doctor's like, actually, the honest truth is, we're just forced to clean this shithole.
And no one comes down here. It'd be a good place to hide the body.
Oh. Yeah. But hey, before we get to the next big moment with Ichigo and them, let's see what Uryu's doing! He gets to take on Jirobo, voiced by Peter Lorre again. Oh, well, this is Gatekeeper's brother, so at least it makes sense. They're siblings.
They are?
Yes.
Explain?
I don't know, apparently he's the fourth seed of Squad 8 or something, too. I think, no, it's Squad 7, I think.
Okay,
it's one of those squads. Either way, he's not relevant, because Uryu wrecks his shit.
He actually does worse than just killing him outright.
Yeah, he destroys his soul chain and soul sheath, so he can never be a Soul Reaper ever again. Which is why we're glossing over him, because he's literally irrelevant.
Yeah, and if he is part of Squad 8 or whatever, like you were saying...
Yeah,
that just makes it even worse with what he is.
Yeah, he tries going after Orihime when she wasn't paying attention to use her as a hostage. After Uryu's like, fine, I'll show you mercy, or begging for your life, or whatever. It's like, nope, I'm gonna try doing this. It's like, you're a douche, man.
If you were allegedly on the squad that's about honor and bullshit, then holy fuck, and how are you related to him?
Oh, well, you see, the Gatekeeper is a big baby. This guy's just a big asshole.
Oh, a baby asshole.
I will say, Peter Lorre actually did do a good job doing two different voices for them. So... props to him, I guess.
And one of them's irrelevant. And never brought up again.
But yeah,
you guess which one.
Uryu is able to take him out. Jirobo, the Wind Scythe, who has projectile weapons, and Uryu just basically dodges his attack, or takes out his attack easily, and goes Uryu Wind Scythe. Doesn't have as much ring to it. I disagree, by the way. Uryu Wind Scythe sounds awesome.
You're clearly not an edgelord enough.
Speaking of Jirobo, what the hell did his Zanpakuto even do?
turn into a bunch of flying shurikens or something.
Okay, so literally nothing. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, that's basically Uryu and Orihime's contribution for this part. So, sorry, but Dirk, Steven, Prince, and Stephanie Shea are gone for now. They'll be back next time. But now we go back to Ichigo and friends, and Ichigo runs into his rival after exiting the sewers. They must now fight Renji.
Again, with the overtime pay.
And this is where you find out how the lieutenant system works. See, when lieutenants and captains are sent to the world of the living, they have to place restrictions on themselves so they don't upset the balance of humans. Which,
yes.
Actually, I guess is a good reason. It makes sense as to why the power scaling for Renji, who was barely standing up to Ichigo in Season 1, is now kicking his ass here. And before anyone's like, what do you mean barely standing up from Season 1? You saw what happened when Ichigo's spiritual pressure went haywire. He was kicking Renji's ass. Byakuya had to step in.
Yeah.
Well,
Ichigo...
What? What about Ichigo?
And Ichigo gets stabbed some more and stuff because that's his thing.
Well, hey, now we can talk about what Zabimaru does. I mean, we could have in part 1, but might as well now. It's a snake sword.
Yeah.
Isn't it basically Ivy's
weapon?
weapon?
Not to be confused with Gein's extending fucking...
Gein's sword just gets really long, but Zabimaru, I think, is a literal snake sword. Like, it can bend and shit. I don't think Gein's can.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't Renji's just basically Ivy's weapon from Soul Calibur?
Gein just literally used it for one attack, so we really don't know what it can do.
But hey, if you ever wanted Ivy to be represented in Bleach, there you go, I guess, because it's kind of the same thing. Except
it's not alive or something. Oh wait, it is. It's
no, yeah, Zanpakutos are alive.
It's a Zanpakuto. Okay, I guess it's just as alive. It's not brought to life by alchemy or whatever it was.
Speaking of Renji, yeah, Wally Wingard actually explains in one of his interviews that comes on the Blu-ray, I'm not showing it or anything, that he was inspired by Renji's voice by Jack Nicholson, of all things.
Yeah.
I don't hear it. I don't know. That's just me, though. Maybe someone else can point that out.
Yes.
But he does explain that doing the reactions was the thing that gave him the most trouble, because he had to make sure not to make it too over the top or silly. Yeah. You know, the reacting grunts.
Or like an outtake you watched with Spike laughing at your line.
We'll get to that in a second, because it is amazing. But hey, we get a flashback of Ichigo training, where Urahara nearly kills him again.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Trying to teach Ichigo to sharpen his instinct. And explaining how some weapons can only be fired a separate amount of times before they have to recharge or recoil. As he put it, a missile once or a revolver 6 times. Which I don't think that's ever really mentioned again after this fight anyways.
Does it have to be?
I guess not. But Ichigo actually tries waiting for Renji's attack to have to recoil. I don't think they ever wait again. They're just like, fuck it, it's my turn. No, it's my turn.
We're not fighting, we're fucking. No one waits their turn.
But Michael Lindsay, great as always being the trolling asshole while trying to kill Ichigo. That guy.
Yeah, who doesn't try to kill Ichigo? Wait.
While reminiscing about this training, Ichigo is able to take down Renji, and you get Spike making the line, he just pinned Lieutenant Abarai up against the wall. Because, again, we weren't kidding. They're totally fucking. At least with lines like that, they are.
Yeah, he beats him so bad that he sends him into a backflash, or flashback, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and it's where we learned that Renji in the past was voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Enrico's back?
Yes.
Wait.
But hey. So yes. Renji's flashback, you find out he was in the 78th district of the Rukon area, or Hanging Dog. And it's here we find out there are 80 districts, and the higher the number, the shittier the area. So he was raised in the ghetto. Where he became friends with Rukia. He was also friends with Vic, no not Ikaku, a different Vic, because it's Bang Zoom, so shut up, or Studiopolis.
Yeah.
And
what's the difference?
Everything is the difference. Everything. So yeah, him and Rukia get after losing all of their friends because they promised they're gonna stay young and friends forever, but they died off screen, I think? Didn't they?
I don't think they died. I think they just went their separate ways off screen. They never implied they died.
It's like, but then one day, me and Rukia realized we were the only ones left. It's like, what the fuck happened? Did they die? Did they retire? What?
They retired from sleeping dogs. I mean, hanging dogs. Yes.
Yeah, and actually, is the Soul Reaper that shows up the Squad 3 Lieutenant, or...
No.
Alright, time to bring this up. More double casting. I guess I could bring him up now. So the Squad 3 Lieutenant, or Izuru Kira, is voiced by Grant George, who we've talked about a lot here before. Danganronpa, Skippy... I mean, he's Suichi in Danganronpa V3. Or Brad Wong in Dead or Alive.
He's the most important Danganronpa character.
He's Leon Kawada.
He is a big deal. He is...
Ultimate baseball star?
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, he'll have more importance in a bit. But the reason we're bringing him up now is because he plays this RNG Soul Reaper that just shows up, the Hanging Dog, which inspires Rukia and Renji to want to go join the Soul Academy, or Soul Reaper Academy, whatever.
And much like another Soul Reaper from the first arc, first season, I guess.
We never see this guy again, but what makes things even more stupid is Renji and Izuru become sparring partners in the Soul Reaper Academy.
Hindsight.
So I genuinely thought this guy was Izuru for some reason when he first showed up, but I guess not. This is stupid.
Double casting will do that.
But yeah. And it's at this point, while they're training, you find out Rukia is adopted into the Kuchiki family, or Byakuya's family, I guess. Which we'll find out why later on.
Yes.
Her being uncertain, Renji tells her to go on and go for it.
Do it!
Yeah, smart. Do it. Come on, do it, pussy. And thus, Renji realizes his love for Rukia, and he'll never cheat on anyone else. That means he can never fuck Ichigo again.
Except when he does.
So his flashback ends with him begging Ichigo to save Rukia after realizing his true feelings, which, to be fair, we didn't mention this in Season 1, but when her execution sentence is handed down, you do see Renji act completely shocked, like he couldn't believe it and was opposed to it.
I can't believe it. Soul Society doing something stupid? My god, they've never done something like that before.
And hey, his reason for fighting Ichigo at the beginning makes sense, because he blames Ichigo for Rukia's execution sentence, saying if she never met him and he never took her powers, then this wouldn't have happened. So I guess he's not wrong entirely. Even if Rukia didn't meet Ichigo, she might have been killed by that Hollow in Ep 1. Oh no.
Yeah.
But okay, so after that heavy-handed shit, like, oh man, we just got a really good character episode on Renji. He's might have a face turn coming in the future, from what it seems like. Ichigo, Ganju, and Hinataro, are they gonna get out of this? What's gonna happen? The Soul Reaper captains and lieutenants are meeting up because they're like, oh, shit's getting real. Squad 11's lost its 3rd and 5th seat. Lieutenant's gone down now. What are we gonna do? We got a one-off filler episode, because fuck you.
There'll be a lot of those.
Now, in all fairness, this filler episode actually does work if you think about it. I don't mean the episode itself, the concept of it works. Because it's back in Karakura Town, and Hollows are still attacking the world of the living. That actually makes sense, so this could have worked really well. And then you realize they wanted to go the stupid route with it. So it's an episode, turn your brain off, and just go along. I mean, we got everyone's favorite spiritualist, Don Kanonji, back. He's your hero, right, Dai?
Hero.
And we get Jinta and Ururu, and we get Karin. Because they're going to become the Karakura Defense Force to take on Hollows. Because Urahara and Tessai are like, yeah, we're going to go get something to eat. Fuck this, we're out. And Yuzu adopts a spirit cat that's attracting Hollows or something?
Oh man, this episode just tried to do way too much.
It did. And yeah, Yuzu can see spirits in these fillers, I guess?
No, it's just that cat. Because... oh my god, they tried to do the big no-no. Don't try to make a comedic episode super serious.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but first, time to bring up stupid dubisms, and I love bringing these up because they're really silly. Oh, it's when Don Kanonji says it's time to go fight some spirits, and Karin makes the comment, I don't understand a word he's saying. You see, in the Weepanese version, this makes sense. Don Kanonji in that actually speaks broken English. So when he says this in English, in the Japanese, and Karin responds to that, it works. In the dub, though, it just comes across as stupid.
Yeah.
This is one of those times they probably could have worked on a script change. Just saying, guys.
No, that's why you need to adapt jokes like that one for one, because they always land.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. But now let's talk about the end of the episode, where Karin and Jinta are fighting over who's going to be Red, the leader, and they form Voltron? What the fuck is this episode?
They do?
That's fucking weird thing, man. With the fucking cat.
The cat turns into a ghost lion. And its transformation is Ichigo's theme. It's
and it wants to protect Yuzu because Yuzu fed it once. And then the cat runs out into the street and got hit by a car. Like, what? What the hell was with the total whiplash at the end? And it ends with Yuzu crying her eyes out. Like, what the fuck did we just watch?
I don't know, ask the writer and or director of that episode, or yes.
I mean, to be honest, it was hilarious. The episode is really dumb and stupid, but then you get that those last, like, 3 minutes. And you get Jinta and Karin quitting the Don Kanonji Karakura Defense Force when he says, oh, you thought Red was the leader? Well, I'm Gold, so I'm the leader. Because I'm Michael Sorich, or Dimple from Mob.
Nah, he's the main character of Mob.
Yes.
What, you thought it was a Mob? Well, you're fucking wrong.
But okay, now we're back to the real story, where Hanataro, Ganju, and Ichigo are back in the sewers recovering because Ichigo got seriously fucked up by Renji. So they're out of it for a bit.
That's what happens when you cross swords.
So now, let's get back to more Soul Reaper drama. Now we could talk about Momo, the lieutenant of Squad 5, voiced by Karen Strassman again. I should just accept it, shouldn't I?
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Then it gets worse again.
Okay, so she does a good job at least sounding Moe with this character, but it makes you wonder, why the hell are you a lieutenant? We're gonna get to this in a minute. So you find out her, Renji, and Izuru in a flashback again. We're all trained together and we're all frenzies. And I guess we could talk about the lieutenant of Squad 10, because she's here too, Rangiku, voiced by Megan Hollingshead. Or Nurse Joy from the OG Pokemon, or the first My Valentine in Yu-Gi-Oh!
What the fuck's a Yu-Gi-Oh?
Fine! They also voiced Mion and Shion in the old Higurashi dub. That better?
Yes.
But hey, we don't get too much with her right now, so her alone. But we do get Squad 10 Captain Hitsugaya, or Steve Staley, who we briefly mentioned before. Neji from Naruto. Yes. Or he's also the Squad 8 or 9 lieutenant? Not really sure on that one. I'll correct myself on it later. Someone will actually...
He's just the guy with 69 on his face.
Yeah, we just call him 69, dude. Or Shuhei Hisagi. He's also voiced by Steve Staley.
I don't think they ever interact, so... It's not
I hope not, but it would be really dumb. At least he's doing a different enough voice. Yeah, so he's doing a different voice for each one of them.
And yes, it really is a 69 on his face.
Cohen's Corner tells us.
And what has Cohen's Corner ever been wrong?
Yeah, he's Cohen. Where he makes a different comment about each character as they're introduced.
Yeah.
Including wanting to offer candy to the Squad 11 lieutenant. I guess we could bring her up too, since we're still on the topic of lieutenants. Yachiru!
I mean, during this whole thing, Kenpachi's been running around the city looking for Ichigo.
Yep, because Kenpachi, the captain of Squad 11, as we established, that whole squad are fight sexuals.
And you heard, oh, he survived an attack from Gain. I gotta fight him.
Oh, he beat Ikaku. He beat my third seat? Oh man, really I'm getting aroused.
That's more or less, you could just replace the dialogue with that and it would still be exactly the same.
And Yachiru is the one guiding him, or Bleach is the one that coined the phrase shoulder lolly, because she's the one sitting on his shoulder telling him, go right, I told you to go right this whole time. I did. Well, it's just because your sense of direction's terrible, Kenpachi or Kenny. She blames him constantly, even though it's her fucking fault. But anyway, she's voiced by Dinah Sherman, or Ayame from Rurouni Kenshin? I don't even remember who that is. I really don't.
Oh. Actually, yeah, that was up. Oh, wait, they're in Genshin.
She is?
Yeah.
Alright, hit it.
Giona, she's Cat Lily.
Oh, well there we go. She also did one-off characters in New Batman Adventures and Superman the Animated Series.
I mean, I would have known that if they didn't actually list all the fuzz under their profile section now in Genshin. That was the best part of the update.
That is really cool. Oh yeah, the drama with the lieutenants as, you know, they're like, oh shit, what's going on? Well, Renji is arrested by Byakuya because Byakuya says he failed, so he should die.
Failure is a crime.
Also because he went off on his own without permission, because he wanted to settle the score with Ichigo.
Yeah.
So he disobeyed orders, I guess. And that's when Gin Ichimaru steps in to transfer Renji elsewhere, saying, don't worry, we're not going to let him be arrested.
He's not going to rush your heart.
Yep, so Momo, as we established, Trainer Squad 5 thanks him, and it's after that she has a conversation with Hitsugaya, who says, don't trust Gin Ichimaru. That guy's a dick.
Yeah.
So Momo meets up with her captain, Aizen, and he explains that everyone agreed that Renji is a nice person and shouldn't be put in prison, so Byakuya was forced to back down because he was outvoted, because he's a bitch.
Because how dare you try to do whatever you want with your own squad?
So, Momo and Aizen...
How dare you get involved in the affairs of my squad?
Yeah. So Momo and Aizen have a talk. Momo falls asleep and wakes up to find that Aizen has been murdered. He's dead.
Yes.
And it's at this point Momo blames Ichimaru for it because of that warning Hitsugaya gave. Because, yes, so she flies off the handle, and her and Izuru, the lieutenant of Squad 3, have a little bit of a scuffle, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we learn what her Zanpakuto does here?
It just fired some energy blast things, I guess.
I don't even remember its name. Whatever. Who cares? So, we don't find out what Izuru does here. He just summons it, and it's hook swords, but we don't know what it does yet. Don't worry. They won't let you forget what it does. You'll see.
It's why we're going to be starting some counters in the next part.
So, Hitsugaya... What?
Actually, we got to start the counter right now, because of a Quincy.
Yeah... Every time Rudiger says he's the last Quincy, which I think we're up to twice now.
Yep. And trust me, these counts we're doing are going to get really high, and you'll understand why we're doing them, just to prove a point.
So yeah, Hitsugaya shows up, has both of them arrested, Momo and Izuru, because their lieutenant's squabbling, and they release their Zanpakutos. And... yeah.
Yeah, releasing your Zanpakuto is illegal.
Until it's not, because Yamamoto says it's wartime now. You can keep your Zanpakuto in its release form, because now a captain is dead and a lieutenant was badly injured. And it's at this point Rangiku goes to Momo's cell and explains to her what a dumbass she is, because now Squad 5 is left without a captain and a lieutenant. And it's here you realize Aizen is a dumbass making Momo his lieutenant. Why would you make someone that's so easily irritable and clearly suffering from bouts of angst in a position to command your squad? Yes. I don't know, that seems counterintuitive.
As opposed to making a shoulder wall a leader of your squad.
Damn it, Kenpachi. So, yeah. Star Reapers are going through fun. But now we get back to Ichigo and friends. And Hinataro has healed them all because he's the white mage. And he was sleeping and they wake him up. And he wakes up shouting, No, don't come on to me. Please, I don't know what you think this is, but I'm not that kind of squad member.
I thought it was Soul Reaper.
No, it's squad member.
Yeah.
And they even ask him, Hinataro, what the hell are you dreaming about? He just goes, actually, you don't want to know. And Spike Spencer, when dubbing this line, thought it was fucking hilarious, and I don't blame him. It is amazing.
Though, since we at least get a glimpse of everyone, because each ending credit so far has focused on one of the 13 squads.
Okay,
It
might
was
as well bring up
probably
the
about
ending
the
credits.
captain.
Oh.
He was probably dreaming about the captain of Squad 4.
Okay, I guess we could bring her up. Captain Anohana. She actually had some voice lines. Voiced by Kate Higgins again?
Oh, you poor fool. Do we need to bring up a lieutenant while we're at it?
Yep, might as well. We're about to get there in a second.
Might as well do it by Vuz at this point.
So yeah, Kate Higgins is Anohana. We already established she's also Karin. Or Sakura from Naruto, Ami from Sailor Moon, I guess.
Who's the third?
Oh, the third one she plays? She plays the lieutenant of Squad 8, who we're into now. I mean, she's at least doing different enough voices for these characters to where first-time viewers probably won't notice right away unless you're familiar with her work.
If you're a filthy casual, you wouldn't understand the difference.
Not nerd enough, man.
Not like the credits are even translated, so you wouldn't know anyways.
Well, she's at least doing a good job playing the, I guess, motherly figure on Ohana. And playing the annoyed lieutenant of Squad 8.
Yeah, you would be too if your captain was a drunk.
Which we'll get to him in a second. But first, back to Hinataro and friends. He manages to take an energy pill thing, a tablet.
Yeah.
Which is somehow both a downer and an upper at the same time?
But doesn't work, but also does.
Yeah, because he's like, can't you see how full of life I am? Even though it didn't change anything. And then when they get out of the sewers and start running, Hinataro's farther ahead of them. He's like, come on, guys, I feel great!
Man, Man, that just proves every other squad is an asshole. Said it was handed out by them.
Do you think that this is actually something that would be brought up more, actually? The tablets? I don't think they ever are. It makes sense for, like, let's say in the future when some of these Soul Reapers might have lots of fights, like, they actually use the tablets, like, okay, just take down one guy. We're gonna have another fight coming up. Be a way to work it back in. Guess not.
No, this isn't a sensu bean. Oh wait.
I mean,
that goes way beyond its original purpose.
Yeah, it kind of does. Okay, so it's at this point, when they reach the top of the stairs, that the fight sex is about to happen between Kenpachi and Ichigo.
But it doesn't. You just got cocked.
Because now it's time for Chad's fight. Chad is about to fight Shinsui Kyotoku, or the captain of Squad 8, voiced by Steve Kramer. Oh hey, Sarutobi from Naruto.
Yeah.
Or Wise Men from Sailor Moon S. Or R. That was R.
Yeah. Or Kuma from SF4.
Wait, sure that's not Dave Mallow?
Oh,
we brought this up before. Yeah. Dave Mallow's not till later, man. He is in this dub, but not for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I know he can't wait to show up.
It's fine.
You get to bring up your favorite game.
But you get to hear Steve Kramer do a southern accent in Higu. Old Higu.
Yeah.
And it is kind of amazing. But here, he's playing a drunk. Fine, he's everyone's favorite character, Bang Shishigami from Blaze Blue.
Yeah. Except when he's not.
Yeah, that character had a lot of voices.
You think?
But he does a good job voicing the relaxed drunk everybody loves. And hitting on his lieutenant, I think.
Maybe?
Yeah, she slaps him and he makes a comment, I love when you treat me bad. I think he's hitting on that.
Yeah. But you should be jealous. He has 2 swords.
But first, Chad gets to take on the third seat. Someone who I don't even care the name of, but they're voiced by Quentin Flynn again.
We only knew it was him because of his high-pitched screeches.
Yep.
He made.
Because Chad ended it all in one punch, man.
That guy was the third seat.
Yep. I think it was to show how powerful Chad was, because even Ichigo was thinking, like, I'm not worried about Chad. He can't lose. He's too powerful. He's badass.
Ichigo, you're setting up some red flags for Chad. You should stop.
But it's at this point we get Chad's backstory.
Oh man, I know you've been waiting for this.
Okay. So, Chad was getting beaten up by a bunch of people because he's big, he's a big man. And he wasn't fighting back because his grandfather told him to use his fists for good, not for fighting or hurting people. Which is when he meets Ichigo. Ichigo shows up to save him and they become friends. Yeah. This is when Chad tells Ichigo about the medallion around his neck, given to him by his grandfather. Or abuelo, as he puts it, since he is Mexican.
Yeah, he's not Spanish.
Oh my gosh, I was so confused by that, and I know that's gonna make me sound like a dick, but come on. When Ichigo's like, wait, abuelo, is that Spanish? And he goes, actually, it's Mexican. I think it's his son. No, he says that about the coin on his neck, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the coin on his neck. And he's like, no, it's from Mexico. It's really weird.
Made in Mexico.
So, yeah. Chad goes on about how this coin is going to be used to guide him in his fist, because his grandfather gave it to him as a message. Always remember to use your fist for good. And to let it guide his punches. Him and Ichigo make an oath to where Ichigo would only throw his punches for Chad, while Chad has his back and throws his punches for Ichigo. So that way, technically, it's okay for Ichigo to beat the shit out of people, but Chad doesn't have to, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is why he tells Shinsui here that he doesn't know Rukia very well, but Ichigo does, and that's what matters, because Chad gets the Best Loyal Friend Award. Chad gets done dirty after this, doesn't he?
You haven't. Yes, we know. They don't even play dumb at this point.
Well, Chad puts up a valiant fight, but it's against the captain, and this is to showcase how OP the captains are from their lieutenants. So, yeah, Chad goes down. But because it's Shinsui and he's cool, he just arrests him. He doesn't kill him. And again, gotta applaud both Mark Warden and Steve Kramer here, because their performances in this scene were really well done. Playing off of each other.
Yeah. He was drinking during that fight. Wait, what?
During the whole fight he was?
During most of it.
Well, now we can get back to the fucking... We're in the final stretch, guys. So Ichigo and Kenpachi, David Lodge and JYB. And Dinah Sherman is here too, I guess. Acting all super moe. But it's at this point where Dai was bringing this up. When Ichigo and Kenpachi are fighting, this is where the Cam Clark thing shows up. And he's going around giving everyone letters about... Was that a different one?
That was a different one.
Okay.
I think that one was from the Squad 2. Those people go around giving people messages from
those are from Squad 2. Yeah, because they're like ninjas. That's right.
Scorpion was a ninja.
I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a Squad 2. What? Yeah, so they're going around giving everyone letters about Aizen's death, and it's signed by Hitsugai because he's special, and head captain Yamamoto. But when this person tries giving it to Yachiru, at first she's really nice, saying, "Oh, I'll read it later, don't worry about it." She's like, "But I'm gonna get in trouble," and then she gets super pissed in an instant, going, "Kenny's fighting, you better leave now." I guess don't fuck with the lolly is the message here.
Well, she's part of Squad 11 for a reason.
Yeah.
The squad with the most amount of relevant members.
That's
because
not inaccurate.
Else, it's mostly just the captain and lieutenant.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Ichigo tells Hinataro and Ganju to run on ahead, while him and Kenpachi get down to fucking. And Kenpachi wears an eye patch and bells on his head. For reasons that'll become apparent later. But hey, David Lodge, this is easily, in my opinion, probably my favorite role by him. Yes, I know everyone's gonna harp on about Jiraiya, but I'm sorry, just listen to his performance here as Kenpachi.
Yeah, but he's also Figor.
He is Figor. And hey, he's also the main in Never Dead and Unbound Saga, 2 games I guarantee most people have probably never heard of or forgot existed.
I hit the dream again.
The one about the damn rabbits and their Molotov
the bears
cocktails.
And the rabbits and their Molotov cocktails.
We've got to play Unbound Saga at some point. That game is so fucking dumb. It's so bad, but it's so amazing.
It's so fucking dumb, we're still quoting it.
So I think that game has Michelle Ruff in it too, doesn't it?
Maybe?
Oh,
probably.
We gotta play that game at some point. That game is so bad, it's great.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad that I own it, but I only paid like a fucking $1.
But yeah, so fight goes on, Ichigo's getting his ass kicked because apparently when 2 spiritual pressures collide, the weaker one immediately gets deflected.
So not even his slashes do anything?
Yep. And thus, Kenpachi breaks Zangetsu and stabs Ichigo through the chest for the umpteenth time, effectively killing him. And it might not be the first time, I don't know. And now we go into the fever dream.
Do you want to add an Ichigo stabbed counter to the list?
We'd be here all year!
He doesn't get stabbed that much.
Alright, so we're now in Ichigo's inner world with Zangetsu or Richard Ebcar again. Yay! And he does another great job voicing Mentor role. It'd be like if he was voicing Raiden, and Raiden weren't shittily handled. Looking at you, MK11.
Oh, nothing wrong.
And Ichigo is given a shitty Zanpakuto that are used by guards, because he must, if he wants Zangetsu, he must take him from himself. And it's at this point where a trend started that numerous games tried copying, and it didn't get old really fast.
In fact, you'll probably see it uploaded soon, since as of this video, we've been uploading DMC Squared.
Hollow Ichigo has arrived.
Oh my god, man, does it rip this off?
So Hollow Ichigo is
everything
here.
About it.
But hey, it's Hollow Ichigo and he's also Johnny Unbashed. With a filter on and sounding all crazy.
Yeah.
Or as the fans have dubbed him, Ichigo Shirosaki, since Kudo means black, Shiro means white. Get it? Because Hollow Ichigo is all in white. That's a fan-made name, but I guess it's effectively become canon now to most people. So now they start fucking! And Hollow Ichigo brings up the point, saying, does a stranger become your friend just because they tell you their name? Because Ichigo was neglecting Zangetsu, and Zangetsu is all about notice me, senpai. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Ichigo begs on Getsu to let him learn from him one more time, or use him one more time, whatever. Because it's only one more time. Yep, never gonna use him again after this.
Yeah, it's not like it's its only sword.
You know what, I'm pretty sure he
quotes.
asks on Getsu to fight with him one more time, like 5 other times throughout the series, too. I could be wrong on that, but I know it happens again.
And again, and one more time. Then that other time where it also happens.
And then, after Ichigo leaves to return to the real world, or Soul Society world, whatever the fuck, Hall Ichigo says to Zangetsu, we need him to win, right? I'm glad I helped train him, but you need to train him up too, because I'm gonna become the king of this world one day. Wonder what that's setting up for later. Probably nothing.
Probably something silly.
But Ichigo's sword fixes itself, and he's alive again. And Kenpachi's even saying, how the hell he had no pulse. The shit is this? So him and Ichigo
It's the power of moving shonen magic.
No, it's the power of Kenpachi's love, so they can fuck yet again.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. And they do for exactly 2 minutes.
And it's at this point we can now explain the point of Kenpachi's bells and eye patch. He uses the bells because, well, he wants his opponent to hear where he's going to strike from, make it easier for them. And the eye patch is so, 1, it obviously has his vision, and 2, because it hides a lot of his power.
It eats his spiritual power.
Yep. And he only uses one hand on his sword, because if he were to go all out with everything, he would kill his opponents too quickly. Did we mention he's fight sexual?
Oh yeah. Did we mention the rest of his squad is fight sexual?
Yep. So, he takes off the eye patch, and does he remove the bells too?
No, just the eye patch.
And now, him and Ichigo are about to go all out on each other. But Kenpachi and his Zanpakuto aren't in sync, so he's at a clear disadvantage, because he doesn't even know his Zanpakuto's name.
It has no name. Yes. No name.
That's a good name for a sword. Whereas Ichigo and Zangetsu are in perfect sync, so they have a clash, and
it's a draw.
Basically. I think Kenpachi's sword is broken.
Yeah, but swords can be repaired. It's no big deal.
But first, the cliffhanger of Ichigo apologizing and collapsing, and then we cut to the greatest ending theme of all, happy people. I bring this up because it is the dumbest tonal confused thing to happen, where you go to this uplifting, cheery song, and it's the slice of life moments in the background.
Yeah. Where the other one was just typical ending fair that didn't clash with anything, and it was showing clips of, well, all 13 of the squads and on their daily routine. Yes, I said 13.
Yeah, we didn't cover a lot of them now because a lot of them didn't do shit and won't until the next set of episodes.
But one of them did, and they changed the Vaz after an episode.
Yep, we're getting to that in a second. Oh, and we also didn't talk about the second opening, but we'll do that at the end, I guess. So yeah, Kenpachi then starts up the next episode by saying, "You stupid idiot, why are you apologizing? You won." And he falls over, KO'd, and the shoulder low is able to pick him up and carry him like it's nothing and teleport off.
Yeah.
And then Yoruichi shows up and is able to carry Ichigo away too, and we'll explain how once we get there. But first, it's time for Kenpachi's backstory, and Yachiru's, I guess. Yachiru was in the 79th district of the Rukon area, or Kazushi or whatever, I can't pronounce that at all.
well, it's never gonna be brought up again anyways, right?
Well, she doesn't remember anything. She just remembers being around the in a river of blood because everyone wants to kill each other there.
Yeah, it's where all the fight sexuals are born, except for the ones who aren't.
And then Kenpachi showed up, coming in from the 80th district, or Zaraki, which is where all the Moiterers came from. And Yachiru ends up following him because he saved her, I guess. And she doesn't even remember her name, so he gives her the name Yachiru, the name of the only person he ever admired.
It's not gonna get stupid at all, especially with the final season coming up. I don't know what you're talking about, guys.
And Kenpachi he adopted as the name because it's the Soul Reaper that loves fighting, and it's a title of, yeah, basically the undefeated. Because it's explained that whenever a Kenpachi is defeated, they die and it's transferred to the one that kills them. So he accepts that title, and we'll get more on that probably way later on.
Maybe someday, but today's not that day.
But now, we get Ichigo waking up, and Yoruichi's there, or the Terrence Stone cat. Which I know some of you are probably going to say, hey, Terrence Stone voices someone else. Yes, but that captain doesn't do much this set. We'll get to that next time. Don't worry.
No.
We have a plan, kind of. So,
plan and a theme song.
Ichigo asks, how the hell were you able to carry me here when you're a cat? And thus, the plot twist is revealed. Yoruichi was a human woman the whole time!
Well, obviously Soul Reaper. Let's not even beat around the bush.
Possibly. I don't know. That whole thing becomes silly.
Possibly. That's like saying, "Oh, I can't be a fucking Soul Reaper." There's no way. That'd be silly.
Well, Yoruichi, is Wendy Lee. Again. Because, of course, she hasn't voiced enough people yet.
Way to get one more in.
It's okay, because she does the whole coy personality of trying to ask Ichigo if he wants to see her naked again, because whenever she de-transforms, she's nude, because of course.
Because cats don't wear clothes.
She does go on about how uncomfortable clothes are. And how she hates them.
That stops spending so much time as a fucking cat.
Yeah, to be fair, this was foreshadowed when Yoruichi was going on about the males being the most surprised.
And, yes, oh yeah, I guess I was doing that voice too.
Yeah, and she even said, I never said I was male, you just assumed I was. And Ichigo's like...
I mean, yes. Yes, all the women I know have a voice that deep.
It's man.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Yoruichi nursed Ichigo's wounds back to health or whatever. And meanwhile, with Gonju and Hinataro, as they approach Rukia's cell and take out two guards, which pretty sure some of these guards were voiced by Wally also, and Patrick Seitz.
Speaking of Wallace,
wasn't he also?
Speakers.
Yeah, he was the speaker going on about there being intruders, the alarm voice.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, Renji's doing double duty. He's also the alarm guy. He's getting paid.
Quite impressive from someone who's hospitalized right now.
But yeah. Hey, Michael McConaughey's some of these guards too.
He's been a lot of these guards, yes.
And Hinataro uses a drop of anesthesia on a guard that knocks him the fuck out and scares the hell out of Gonju.
it knocks people out with low spiritual energy.
Yeah, but I can understand.
So it just makes you ask, how the fuck was someone that weak guarding a
the repentance cell?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they didn't really know, to be fair, what what Ichigo and his team were up to. They just knew they were being attacked. They probably didn't understand.
So
even
you put literally the weakest guy in Soul Society guarding the door.
Yep. And yeah, so they open the jail cell to find Rukia, and that's when you see Ganju get mad. Because Rukia was the Soul Reaper that killed her brother the whole time! Which it was hinted at, to be fair. Rukia was mentioning the name Kai and Shiba before. So it was foreshadowed. But we'll get more on this of actually what happened later.
Yes.
But
Maybe
before
someday.
that, Byakuya shows up. And he's about to fuck shit up. Hanatoro can't stop shaking. Ganju is, well, yeah. Let's be real. All he can do, which I guess we didn't really bring up his abilities much, aside from fireworks, he can turn shit to sand. But what's that gonna do against Byakuya?
He's gonna put sand in his shoes and irritate him.
That does sound really annoying, actually. Figured that ability could be used more.
Shh.
Actually,
Ganju's gonna be relevant.
On the bridge leading to Rukia's cell, couldn't he turn that bridge to sand, thus preventing anyone from being able to enter there and buy time?
He can only do it in circles, so he could put a hole in the bridge.
I guess. And against Byakuya's like, bitch please, it could probably just flash step over it.
Oh.
Or, I'm sorry, teleport or super speed. But yeah, Bleach calls theirs flash step.
And this is the first time you're introduced to it.
And now we can talk about what Byakuya's Zanpakuto does, or the Zenbone Sakura. It breaks apart into 1,000 swords or something, doesn't it? Tiny pieces.
Yeah, except it's, well, in the name.
Those were fucking flowers.
You got cut up by a bunch of flowers. What a beta.
To quote someone in Samurai Champloo, the fairy, fuck flowers. No, but seriously, this sword is fucking awesome. If, like, Zanpakuto's, if there's one I'd want, it'd probably be Byakuya's. Which we'll get to the main reason why next
if he didn't realize how broken they get later.
But yeah, so he uses it on Ganju and fucks him up. But would you guys be surprised to know Dan Warren, the voice of Byakuya, actually really enjoys the role because of how much depth to Byakuya there is?
The characters have depth in Bleach? Man.
Well, because with the subtle nuances, you could tell Byakuya is just trying to uphold the code of the Soul Society, because, you know, he's basically a soldier, given any order he'll follow it, while also being forced to put his own sister to death. So, as we'll find out next set, yeah, Byakuya is actually really well handled.
I guess you found out in that interview what a fun fact you didn't say coming about him.
You mean the fact that Dan Warren apparently is a Buddhist? So he has fun saying a lot of the Japanese stuff because he lived in Japan at one point? He actually admits saying, he's like, yeah, so with the Japanese words, I feel cool, because it's like, wow, that's something I can say. Fucking Igor, am I right? But yeah, so the set ends when Ichigo shows up, because he rushes off even though he's still half injured, and Yoruichi warns him not to. And him and Byakuya are about to fuck. After him and Rukia have some amazing banter. Where Rukia's complaining about him coming, and him saying, no, you're the rescuee! You're not supposed to complain, you're supposed to shut up and let the rescuer do all the work. And Rukia going on about how the rescuer is always supposed to listen to the rescuee's opinion.
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
If he said that, I would have died laughing. That would have been great. That would have been it right there.
That should have been an outtake. It would have been perfect.
Oh, the outtakes on them mispronouncing words or flubbing their sentences, which these Blu-rays should have more outtakes on them. They just have a couple where they mess up a line here or there.
I mean, it did give you that spike line.
Would you not find that line hilarious, man?
I'm not that kind of squad member.
Honestly, you could tell with his performance as Hanato, though, he's doing straight up Shinji from Ave and Jellyfish. And it works really well. But yeah, so it ends when Ichigo and Byakuya staring each other down, and Byakuya's like, whoa, Ichigo actually got a lot stronger. Oh shit, he's not a pushover anymore.
That's when he used his flash step for the first time.
Yep. And Ichigo followed it.
Kind of.
He said he could see all of his movements that time. But yeah, so that's part 1 of the Soul Society arc, or the entry arc as people have dubbed this section.
You omitted the other captain that was there.
Oh, okay, you're right. Let's get to this stupidity. Okay,
so... he changed voices after 1 episode.
So I'm honestly gonna save this till next time, because his main voice actor doesn't show up till next time, but might as well bring it up now. Because it's really dumb. Squad 13 Captain...
gloss over his voices.
Squad 13 Captain Ukitake, the other old man captain, like Shinsui, which pretty sure like best friends or something. So, he's voiced by Kim Strauss. Right now, you're gonna understand how stupid this is in a minute, but Kim Strauss is known for doing lots of voices in Power Rangers shit. He's also doing Eureka 7. And hey, he's even voicing today, because he voiced someone named Mario in Kick-Aster of an Insect Cage, the Netflix anime. I haven't seen it, so I don't know shit about it. But hey...
he voices him for 1 whole episode.
Yep. Don't worry, he voices other characters too, so we'll have to bring up eventually. But yeah, next episode, Ukitake switches to Liam O'Brien and gets his own infinite theme song. To be honest, this is one voice change that is much better. I don't think anyone's going to disagree on that. Kim Strauss is fine. Like, when we hear his other roles later, they work. But here, no, it did not sound that good, in my opinion. Ukitake, by the way, is terminally ill, so he's constantly coughing and needs to sound a little sickly.
I mean, honestly, from the sounds of it in that 1 episode, he was doing too much of an old man voice for him.
Yeah.
You want to put it that way?
Yeah, Liam O'Brien's a much better fit. But I guess we might as well bring this up too! Ukitake's 2 subordinates that always follow him around, because one of them has a voice change after 1 episode also.
Yeah.
So the first one is voiced by Cindy Robinson again. Damn it. She actually stays consistent. She's fine. But it's the second one. For some reason, in only 1 episode, it's voiced by Michael Lindsay or Urahara. Then switches to Patrick Seitz?
Sure, why the fuck
Why?
not?
I don't even understand these cast changes.
Yeah. I mean, they exist solely to be the yes men to him.
I guess, but that cast change just seems weird for 1 episode. Same with Ukitake, it's like they called him an alright, we're gonna voice this guy. What, did he's like, no, I don't want to voice him anymore.
Literally, the next episode.
Yeah, like, what the fuck happened? He's like, I don't like doing this old man voice. It's hurting my throat.
I mean, it's less dumb than some other cast changes, because at the very least, it was like one scene, so it wasn't prominent from one episode. It's still noticeable if you watch it back to back like that.
But if you watch this on, say, when it was airing weekly, you probably wouldn't have noticed. God, the old days when we used to record episodes on VHS. What? Everyone did it. Don't look at me like that.
Yes.
Pretty sure
you wanted to go over the opening for the last thing, so we covered pretty much everything.
So let's cover the openings and endings real quick. The one opening, we now have the second opening, which honestly I actually do like this opening better than the first one.
Yeah. Oh man, that opening animation is what I was getting to. It's what I was foreshadowing last time. It both foreshadows stuff that's gonna happen in the future and straight up lies about fights.
Yep.
So the only ones it gets right are the Ichigo fights. So,
Ichigo and Renji and Ichigo and Kenpachi?
Yeah. I mean, hell, even foreshadows events later with having Ichigo fight Renji in a field of swords. That will be relevant later.
Yep.
This is the opening. It's only a spoiler if you know what happens. So how is it a spoiler for you? But the other ones. Tell me, has Chad now, or has he ever fought Soifone?
That never happens at all. I don't even think they ever interact.
With the help of a cat, even.
Nope.
Not even their human form, just the cat. Okay, so.
What about Uryu?
Oh, he fights Hitsugaya, right?
Nope, I don't think they interact much either, if ever.
It's like, what the fuck? And then this Orihime using her shield ability to take on literally every other lieutenant that's not Renjai.
Yes. Oh, speaking of lieutenants, I guess we could mention real quick, Momo did get a letter from Izing when, post-death when she was in prison. And it was, I guess, implying that Gain was suspicious.
Yes, Gain was suspicious.
Yep. Not that it'll come of that later, I imagine. Definitely not.
Nothing comes of anything, except for the stuff that comes of something. And I'm sure Aizen dying won't cause anything to happen between the other Soul Reapers.
They're gonna fuck.
I mean, what? We introduced all these people. Did you honestly think Ichigo and company was gonna fight all of them by themselves?
Well, yeah, so the opening foreshadows stuff while also flat out lying, as shonen openings do.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, it tries to hype up the arc, I guess.
Well, it goes without saying, people consider this first part, as we're going on, to be one of the best arcs in shonen, and yeah, I'd say so far it still holds up. We'll see if part 2 can keep it up, though. I mean, there are still weird moments of it. What?
There's some weird moments of what?
Oh, I was gonna say of exposition, but all shonens have that in the beginning when trying to introduce a new world.
I mean, one of our counters is gonna be an exposition thing, just to prove a point.
Yep, and that'll be coming next time. But so far, it's easy to see the inspiration of Saint Seiya here with the Sanctuary arc. Think about it. You have 5 people, each from different walks of life.
The OP even has them running up the stairs to the cell.
Yeah. 5 people each with different walks of life join together in order to save Rukia. Yes, not Athena. And there are 12 gold saints. All he did was just change the number to 13. And you have gold saints, silver saints,
12 until we segued over to Mr. 13.
Yeah, and you could think the pecking order is the same theater. If you, yeah, the Silver Saints are basically the lieutenants, Gold Saints being the captains. Since
And
the Gold
Bronze Saints being everyone else.
Yep.
Actually, speaking of animations, we did the opening. Now let's talk about the ending. I said each one focused on each one of the 13 squads. Usually, it was some of them was just them going about their daily lives, like with Mr. I'm a drink and pass out everywhere and have my lieutenant yell at me. That's fine. Some of them give straight up future spoilers.
Yep.
And one of them straight up reveals the cat form. Or if you didn't know, or if you didn't already watch it, you'd be like, "Who the fuck is that woman?"
I mean, that preview before she reveals herself is hilarious, where she says it, or Terrence Stone delivers it, I guess. It's time for my secret to be revealed. And Ganji just goes, "You're actually a dog? Bingo, that's the right answer. Wait a minute, are you trying to make a fool of me?" Yeah, in short, you could tell everyone fucking loved this dub. And even on the interviews, it's clear they really enjoyed it. All of them were saying how much they love voicing in long-running shonens like this.
Really? You're telling me JYP loves being the main of a long-running shonen?
Yep. Surprising, isn't it?
Actually, hey, you're telling me he's gonna put on a mask and call himself Zero?
That's Kokias. No, not covering that.
Oh, right. My mistake.
But Wally Wingard himself thinks Renji's a tattooed badass, and he loves voicing him, and he thinks he's the coolest character.
I mean, he is the red tallest, and Renji does have red hair. Coincidence? I think not.
But was Hakabi a red dog in Kakaishi?
No.
That's it. That broke the code. Whatever. Zark was great. We're getting out of here now. Dai just killed it. He killed my dream.
Well, if you brought up Tiger and Buddy, it's not... You know, never mind. I'll let you live out your fantasy.
Nope. Nope. We're done here. We're done. What if so what you all thought of Bleach? And again, can mention that it's on almost every app, so you guys can watch it with us, I guess.
You can watch, like, the first few arcs on
Netflix.
You can watch literally everything on Hulu.
Hulu the Wise Wolf.
I'm sure at some point it'll end up on Funny for the 5 people who still subscribe to that.
I don't support that shit. But Hulu's cool, I guess. I don't know if your
Xbox Live account would agree with.
I'll tell that story when we get to Hulu version of Bleach, because it's hilarious. But yes, so let us know what you thought of the entry portion of this arc, and hey, obligated to say, watching this on Utaba, like, comment, please. Really appreciate it. Be our friends.
No, don't do that. Not the bots.
Yes. The bots.
No bot friends. No.
Oh,
Bad.
I forgot about that shit, yeah. You're right. People probably forgot about it, like, what were you talking about? Or who didn't know? Stupid YouTube.
I don't think anyone on YouTube doesn't know about that at this point.
Well...
Anyways, that's a different story.
Yep, so we're out of here. And remember, guys, you can dry hump a seal. That's the Matt Hardy way. Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, till next time, guys. Thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a good day.